So this video is going to be a little bit different. First of all, I will be yapping, so by all means, if you just want to get a good look at the skins, just scroll down, take a look in the description. Of course, you can skip ahead, the chapters are there. So, good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're right, because it's time to do Valentine's Bingo. So let me just quickly explain everything. Basically, last week, we identified all the interesting, lovely looking Valentine's collection continuations that appeared with all the Valentine skin submissions. But this past weekend, whilst it's the beginning of looking at all the Lunar New Year skin submissions, it's not all of them. So what I'll quickly go ahead and point out is, of course, we have seen over 250 Valentine skins. Lovely, awesome, great. We were expecting it. We saw some awesome looking designs, and we've already identified all the collection continuations. But as you'll see, over the past weekend, whilst we did see some very cool looking skins, unfortunately it's not really enough to go ahead and yap about and identify all the collection continuations and whatnot. So okay, I'm sure you understand. Whilst there's not enough of these, it's next week when the deadline is. That's where we're going to start seeing a lot more of it, okay? So, of course, next week I'll be yapping about all the collection continuations. The week after that, we'll do a bingo for that as well. But I'm going to talk about the skins that got the most support, and, of course, the skins that my own server believe has a very good chance of potentially being accepted. So, basically, every week I ask my server, hey, how you doing? What do you reckon the skins that will be accepted in the upcoming Rust store? And they go ahead, they do a bingo, and the person who manages to get the most correct, well, they win a skin from the store. But to motivate people into taking part in this, I said, look, if you could go ahead and try and get one done sooner rather than later, basically I'll go ahead and buy the entire Rust store for you, the Valentine's Rust store, just to clarify. So yeah, lots of people suddenly decide to take part. Yay, lovely. So all right, that's cool. But let me just quickly point out, the next Rust store is not going to be Valentine's. So if we could just switch back over to here. Of course, with February 4 swipe, we should be anticipating Naval theme skins. So as you can see here, November 18, November 25. Why am I looking at these Rust Workshop Skin Checks collections? Because these were supposed to be ready for December 4 swipe. Because, of course, that's when we thought the Naval update was going to be nice and ready. But literally, like, at the last second, Facepunch decided, you know what, it's not, like, cooked well enough. It's probably a bad idea to release it for December when they're not going to get back until January. Because, of course, they had the Christmas period, they had Christmas time off. So they thought, you know what, how about we delay it until February? Okay, but what about all these skins? Because the majority of the skins that you see here, they're all Naval themed skins. What they said was, all right, we'll just pause this and we'll accept the skins from here February 4 swipe. So some of the skins from the week before, the November 18 batch, some of them are also Naval themed skins, but not all of them. Like, there's a few. But then over to here, like, the majority of the skins here are Naval themed skins. So what I'll do is I'll link this and this in the description. You can figure out what you think might potentially be accepted this upcoming Thursday. And of course, I'll link the actual Valentine's collection as well. I should also point out there is currently no Lunar New Year collection, but I do believe that'll be appearing next weekend, all right? So yeah, that's part of the reason why I thought, you know what, I can't really do Lunar New Year this week. I'll just go ahead and do more Valentine stuff. Right then, so all right, all good. So just to point out once again, Lunar New Year, everything has to be submitted next week. You can still go ahead and look at some of these skins. It's just it might be a little bit hard. Best you can do is go to the main section of the Rust Workshop, hover over Browse, click in Game. By default, you will look at Most Popular, but you could also look at Most Recent. I do warn you, though, you might see some very, very strange things. So, with your better judgment, that's up to you. Right then, so, okay, we got that all said and done. We understand what's happening. We understand what the next Rust store is. February 4 swipe, that will be Naval Update skins. And then, of course, the week after that, Valentine skins. And it's believed that the 3rd and 4th week for February this month will be Lunar New Year. That is what we're anticipating. So, all right, cool. How about we hop in game then and get a good look at some of these skins? Because what is being mentioned the most here, and also on micro522.com, if we could just quickly scroll down. So this is all like Lunar New Year skins. Scroll. Here is all the Valentine skins, and we do have some very interesting designs being mentioned here. But some of them are SKSs. And right now I can't really go ahead and showcase them in normal Rust. I had to go on staging. That's a bit of a fuss. So I'm like, you know what? When the actual Thursday update happens, I'll just do a bunch of short videos showcasing them, right? So I would like to, but it's a fuss. So what I'll do is I'll showcase other things, but I will be showcasing these in shorts, what with music and whatnot. You get the idea. So, all right, cool. How about we hop in game then and get a good look at some of these Valentine skins? So I'm not going to go ahead and look at all of the skins individually on the workshop pages and whatnot. If anything, you could go ahead, look at the Valentine's collection and just find them yourself, but I'll be helpful. I'll list them in the description, so scroll down, take a look in the description, you'll see them all listed, and go to the comments pages and say some nice words if you happen to like them. Vote for them if you really want to. So let's go ahead and get a good look at the deployables. So first up, what do we have right here? A very nice and shiny looking spinning wheel. I do believe this is produced by Kika. Now, let me just clarify. The focused item of the month for February 2026 is the spinning wheel. The brand new Skinnable is the SKS. So with the Naval update, I'm sure many of you are fully well aware that we're going to see the training SKS being accepted with that. But we have noticed like a lot of pink and heart-covered SKSs being produced. I wouldn't be surprised if we see one being accepted in that Valentine's Rush store. It really wouldn't surprise me. But of course, we should be expecting, I don't know, maybe at least 3 spinning wheels over the course of February. So, Naval update first week, Valentine second week, and then the third and fourth week should be Lunar New Year. So keep an eye out, some very interesting designs are going to be made, and they could potentially be the ones you want most. So get a good look at that. By default, you might notice this appears to not glow in the dark. But it is quite reflective, so alright, looking pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and showcase that it doesn't glow. I mean, that was a bit delayed, that was weird. Anyway, so yeah, we can clearly see it doesn't glow. But yeah, what are your thoughts? And if anything, what I should do is just quickly turn over to here and let that spin around. Hey, lovely. Let me just adjust the light in here. There you go. A little bit better. That was a lot louder than I realised. Right then, so let's go back over to here. So that's a perfectly fine looking spinning wheel. And now, let's go ahead and take a look at these small boxes. So in the bingo, this was mentioned quite a lot. Of course, the spinning wheel as well. So let's go ahead and get a good look at this one. Lovely amounts of roses, all in a lovely sort of heart display. And I'm sure many people here are fully well aware of the work crate. That is being appreciated quite a lot ever since it first came out. So yeah, you can hide it on rocks, and I wouldn't be surprised if you can do the same with that. With this over here, well then. What lovely furniture. So this is actually a small box with lots of transparency. We saw something like this back in Halloween, and I started to think, you know what? Maybe we could see some pretty ridiculous designs being made. Whilst there have been attempts, this is probably the most, what's the word to say, tasteful design. You know, to be like a small mini table and whatnot. But that's quite clever. That's pretty interesting. But what are your thoughts? Well, feel free to comment below. And then over to here. Similar, but not as much transparency. So, okay. Not too bad. Why is there no bottom? Why is there no bottom? All the cards are just falling through. Oh no. Alright, anyway. So, not too bad, but come on now. Let's get a good look at these at night time. First of all, light back on. Nighttime. Are they reflective? Not too much here. The gold trim on here does light up quite a bit. It's quite reflective, looking pretty sweet. What about from the top? The magnifying glass, I think. Was that magnifying glass? We'll look at it again in a second. And then over to here. Not exactly very reflective. So, do they happen to glow in the dark? Well, only one of them appears to glow in the dark. Well, stands out very nicely. But for all the people who are probably hoping for another, like, work crate adjacent, well, that one glows. I'm not sure if people were looking for something like that. But with the other two, can confirm they do not glow in the dark. So, okay, understood. But between these 3 small boxes, which one's your favourite? Do you want the very transparent glow in the dark one? The other very transparent non-glow in the dark one that looks like a table, and I believe it's magnifying glass. And the other one, the love mail box. Feel free to comment below. Right, so we've got some very strange looking garage doors. Let's move the sun around. Oh, the way around. So, go on. Which one's your favourite at first glance? So, we were expecting a lot of, like, anime-themed designs being produced, and, well, she clearly bites. Yes, this is a very interesting design, I guess you could say. Followed by the Cupid angel, I guess you could say, something like that. Was Cupid an angel? What's the lore? What's the myth behind Cupid? Wasn't it a guy? Was it a woman? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, excuse for anime. And then Stabby thinks to himself, no, I'm not going to do any anime stuff. I'm going to commit to doing very strange Alistair things. Very strange Alistair things indeed. Yes. What? Stabby, just going to give you this idea right now. I'm not sure if you've already made something for Lunar New Year, but considering Lunar New Year is the year of the horse, you could probably make a centaur of him. What have I done? Right, anyway, so moving on. Nighttime. Lights on first. Let's get a good look at these. So, yep, this is mentioned quite a lot and does have quite a lot of support as well. Lots of votes, lots of interest. So, not too bad. And over to here. This also has been getting quite a lot of attention. In a second, you'll notice this appears to glow in the dark a lot more brighter. So, alright, cool. And, yeah, this was mentioned quite a bit with the bingo cards. I worry. Oh, no. So, yeah, between these three, which one's your favourite? And, of course, Total Darkness. Let's get a good look at all of them. So, yeah. Well, she's quite scary. She bites, and now she looks like that at night time. Huh. This is a lot more brighter, a lot more noticeable, looking pretty sweet. And then you got little Cupid Alistair. Whilst the the appearance of it does appear to be a bit more dim, it's still a very noticeable, very bright looking garage door at night time. And one thing we should also test out is do they glow when they're rolled up? And well, at first glance it looks like the middle one is the only one that appears to glow, but we're going to look over to here as well. There could be a little bit. I see a little bit of red when you look at it at a certain angle, but that might just be reflection. So not very much, yeah. So it looks like it's just the middle. It's also just, yeah, okay. It's just the middle one that appears to glow in the dark at night time when it's rolled up. Now, considering there was like, I don't know, 10 to 15 anime, like, garage doors. I mean, like, if you're going to say girl doors, there was a lot of them. But not all of them were like anime. So, how much do you reckon they're trying to list them for? Do you feel confident we'll see another girl door being accepted for Valentine's? Because I know quite recently we did see the Hazma garage door. And you never know, we might see the Sheepman door as well. We'll see. But, yeah. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if we do see another girl door being accepted. Or Alistair. Actually, it wouldn't really surprise me if we get Alistair. It also wouldn't surprise me if we get 2 Valentine's garage doors. The real question should be, how many Valentine skins are we going to see in total? I have no idea. It wouldn't surprise me if it's a big one. So, alright, cool. Don't forget, we've also got Lunar New Year as well. So, we're probably going to have some pretty stacked rush doors, including the Naval Update skins. So, alright, cool. Understood. Let's move on from here and get a good look at this. So, a very interesting design produced by a little ranger and a person who I forgot who was working with them. I do apologise. But, yes, an interesting neon design. First of all, lights on. And, of course, night time. So with the lights on nearby, you can see all the metallic parts are reflective. The metal railing looking pretty sweet. So, I know for a fact that a lot of people have been appreciating that. So much so that it's like the top 5 of skins in terms of overall support and whatnot. So, yeah, a lot of people have been appreciating that. And are you one of them? Do you like what you see? Let's get a good look at it. In Total Darkness as well. So, no transparency, anything. Just a glow-in-the-dark door. Well, double door. It looks like this. And, you know, after seeing the beauty industry last year, after seeing that sheet metal double door go up in price very, very nicely, I mean, yeah, if that gets accepted, I might have to invest into that. It really wouldn't surprise me if that goes up in price very, very nicely. Might take a while, but I do believe as time goes on, oh yeah. But it's a matter of if. But that's not a garage door. So you could probably see a spot for that. We'll see. So, alright, cool. Opinions, please. What do you think? Feel free to comment below. So, I just wanted to navigate away real quickly. Yes, I'm fully well aware my webcam is turned off. You'll see in a second. But, the next skin I'm going to showcase, well, never would I have guessed it would actually go so insane. Now, honestly, the votes it's had is it's not ridiculous, but the upvote to downvote ratio, oh my. So yeah, this particular chair, which apparently has been updated today, a lot of people really want it, and never would I have guessed how much attention it would get. Now, of course, the second I saw it, I laughed, but then I thought, how many people are going to find it funny? How many people are going to sit there and say they actually want to use such a thing? Or I understand what a lot of people want to do is handcuff people and then stick them in a chair. Or you raid someone and you leave that chair behind. So, can I just quickly hop over to my TikTok? So, yeah, I put shorts up on my YouTube. There's quite a lot of them, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. I also stick them on my YouTube. My TikTok, sorry. Bleh. Anyway. So, as you might notice, I don't get tons of views. I mean, I just showcase skins in a silly way. I get it. I understand. But to my surprise, the highest I've ever seen, for me, over 100,000 views, people have looked at this chair, and all I have seen is positivity. So, just to repeat, like, you know, I might get something that might do like 20k. This one, I mean, Anime Girl Door, not too surprising, but yeah, maybe a good 1,000 or so, but not 100,000. So yeah, that's the highest I've ever seen with a TikTok I've made. Then we go to the comment section. So a lot of people like pinging their friends and whatnot, and okay, yep, fair enough. I'm sure they find it hilarious. And again, with the stupid things that you can do with this chair, like, listen, if you're going to have it in your base, make sure you stick it in the corner of the room. Anyway, moving on. Cuck Chair, what that? Tota, I am not your teacher. You're going to have to grow up and find out. But anyway. Armando Esteban Quito. Who would buy that? Me. Let's see here. Me. Who wouldn't? And then me. Oh, why did you even ask? Why did you even ask? So, yeah. Cuck Chair. Apparently, the skin with the most support after the SKSs. How about we actually go on game now and give it a good look? But she's touching his chest now. She takes off her dress. Oh, hey, Hayden. So, yeah. How? Dividend. I can't tell if you're evil or, I don't know, mastermind or something. I don't know. I can't tell if this is a great evil or probably the funniest thing we've ever seen. Now, I do question, would Face Punch allow such a thing? We have seen some wacky things in the past, but, you know, considering what it is, would they allow it? So now we need to see the support from all the YouTube people. Come on, stand up. I need to see your support. Would you want to see something like that being added to the game? What have we become? Anyway. Oh, look, it glows. Wonderful. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Puddle? I don't know. I don't want to know. Yay! What a wonderful skin that apparently everybody really wants to have added to the game. I hope you're happy. So, yeah, it's got a lot of stains. It's got some marks. Cool. Lovely. Yeah. Yay! Everybody, round of applause. Yay! The most supported Valentine skin for 2026. Yay! Okay, cool. Thank God it's not a bed, but probably he'll do that next year. Oh, no. Right, well, there you go. There's the Cuck Chair. I hope you're happy. Well, you won't be happy until it actually is added to the game. They could sell that for $5 a piece, and yeah, it'd probably still be one of the highest ever selling skins, wouldn't it? Yay! Okay, moving on. So, we got a good look at that. And now, let's get a good look at this. So, we've shown off some deployables. Let's get a good look at this hoodie and pants combination. So, I've actually forgot the name of it, but I do know Ted has made this. And I will point out, I have made a short video showcasing it as well, so you'll probably see that tomorrow. Yes. Juicy. So, let's be real here. Opinions, please. Do you approve of such a thing? All right? It's hypnotic. Whoa. Now again, it's like hot pink. It's pretty ridiculous. But then again, in terms of like pink options, we've only got Love Struck Collection, which of course we showcased in the previous video. So, would you oppose it? The roleplay stuff could get really weird with it. All right, anyway, here we go. With it being showcased at night time in front of the lights, it definitely appears to be a more brighter coloration. Yeah, I think the skin creator did a pretty good job with this. But what matters most is, do you support it? Do you like what you see? Does it glow in the dark? No. I mean, you could have probably made the bit on the backside probably glow. That would have been a bit funny, but hey, maybe it might have been a little bit too much. So, yeah. Do you approve? Do you like? Feel free to comment below. Next up, we've got ourselves a cute little hammer skin. So, yeah. Get a cute look at that. Nice and cute. What are your thoughts? I am fully well aware there's actually a pink version of this, but this was mentioned more on the bingo card, so alright, fair enough. We don't get that many hammer skins every year now, do we? We'll get a few, but nothing really to like scream about and whatnot. Anyway, night time. Get a good look at that. Looking perfectly fine to me. And of course, in total darkness, doesn't appear to glow in the dark. However, with its white coloration, perhaps it might actually be a perfectly fine skin to look at with some good night light. Well, of course, let's take control. Boom. Right, so get a good look at that. Perfectly fine looking hammer. Whack, whack, whack. Right then, night time. Are you noticeable? I can vaguely see it. Yeah, I can see it. But the main point to be aware of, with nightlight, whilst you might be able to see the skin, people around you or from quite a bit of a distance away, they will not be able to see it. But with glow-in-the-dark skins, oh yeah, they do. Yes, they do. So yeah, that's not a problem. Looks perfectly fine to me. So your opinions, please. Do you like? Feel free to comment below. Next up, I've already made a short video showcasing this, and well, as time has passed over the past like a week or so, more and more people have been giving it upvotes, lots more support in the workshop, and as mentioned quite a lot in the bingo cards, what do we have right here in front of us? This is the Blue Rose AK-47, produced by Mr. RR3, the man behind the Popstar collection, which I'm sure a lot of you probably would have noticed, because that man is talented when it comes to the anime style skins. So we were anticipating anime skins, but we weren't really expecting them of this quality. So yep, good job, sir. Not only have you made a very nice stylish looking skin, it's also a pay to win skin. So yes, that is a transparent aim sight, which a lot of people happen to appreciate, which you only really tend to see with Twitch drops and kick drops and whatnot. So is that like the perfect combination? I mean, I won't be surprised if this would be one of the few AKs that actually ends up in the positive by the end of the year. But I really wouldn't be surprised if it were to be accepted. Let's also point out there's actually a standard version without the transparency. But in terms of other AKs, I mean, this is the one that's getting a lot of support. Right, so if I could just quickly give that nice reload. Looking perfectly fine. And also nighttime. So if I could just aim down, yep, I can see the body perfectly fine. I can see the aim sight perfectly fine. I think a lot of people will be greatly appreciating this, if it were to be accepted. So don't forget, look in the description, scroll down, all the skins and their workshop pages will be listed. You're more than welcome to go ahead and visit them, and of course go ahead and show support. So, alright, cool. Can we go on the stage and look pretty? So, strike a pose, look nice, boom, and boom. So what are your thoughts? What are your hopes? Feel free to comment below. And for last, we have Cupid's Kiss Handmade LMG. A perfectly fine pink design. I'm sure a lot of people will be very pleased with that. But one thing I'd just like to bring up. This past Christmas, we saw two Christmas-themed handmade LMGs being accepted with transparency. and yet to my surprise they went down in price. The Christmas theme, right? Well, I mean, compared to all the other handmade NMGs, it's only those two in blackout that have transparency. So I'm sure you probably figured it out. Yep, that's got a transparent aim sight. So an interesting pink and gold design. What are your thoughts? Let's give that a nice reload. There you go, a little Easter egg. Hey, starting to notice that a lot with the handmade NMGs. So yeah, what do you reckon? I reckon not time. So is it noticeable? I can see the aim sight just about, but it's not super clear. Yeah, that's not super clear, but I guess it's better than nothing. So all right, cool. Have you looked at the prices of handmade NMGs? Considering this is an interesting pink and gold design, perhaps that could work out quite alright. We'll see. Striker pose, look pretty. Nighttime, boom. Well, we'll see what becomes of it. And we'll see what becomes of all the skins we showcased today. I'd like to ask you, out of all of them, which one has impressed you the most? Which one are you most wanting to see being accepted? So yeah, that's basically a wrap. Once again, if you stay in tune and be aware of all the newest skins, just hover over browse, click in game, and look for most recent. But I repeat, some of the things you'll see most likely won't be safe for work. If you don't care, yeah, just hop on, take a look. But you're going to see a lot of like spam things, AI art and whatnot. That won't be allowed. That won't be allowed. So if you want to kind of like stay aware, stay being aware of all the skins that are actually of the quality standard and whatnot, micro522.com is pretty much a good filter. All you got to do is just click date submitted once, and it'll show you all the skins based on like most recently submitted. And then you can also hover over all of them just to get a quick little preview. Something might catch your eye. You'll think, oh, well, that looks interesting. And then you look at the page and whatnot. You get the idea. So, all right, cool. But, yeah, Lunar New Year next week. And I am looking forward to showcasing some of those skins. We've seen some very strange-looking designs. I'm sure you've seen a short video where I'll give you a nice little preview and whatnot. Cool. So, micro522.com. That'll be linked in the description. And one final thing to point out, if you aren't fully well aware, Twitch drops will be dropping between February 5th to the 15th, and if you want to get a good look at all of them, by all means, consider watching my Rust February Twitch Drops 2026 Skin Showcase. It's right there, lots of very interesting skins that you can get for absolutely free, so consider giving a good watch. And that's it, that's a wrap, so thank you very much for watching me, I greatly appreciate it, best luck to each and every single one of you, enjoy your weekend, enjoy the Naval update, February Force Wipe, blah, blah, blah. Okay, just go, run.